everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a level 3 class with weights and foam roller. The weights are optional. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to, but you're here, so why not? If you don't have weights, grab something heavy-ish that you have around the house. I'm not going super heavy today. I just have 5 kilos or about 11 pounds, and then at one point I use my 8-pound weights, but you, as always, do heavier or do lighter depending on what you want. A lot of single leg stuff today, a lot of balance stuff, a lot of standing on the roller. If you want to have a chair or something to hold onto nearby, please make sure that you have that, and if at any point you need to substitute out for just standing on the floor, then you can certainly, of course, just do that as well. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section below. One last thing, make sure that you have a hard foam roller, so something that you can stand on, and make sure that it's full length because we do some stuff at the end lying down, and you want to make sure that your head and tail are supported. If you don't have a full length roller, you can do most of the class without it, provided that the roller is long enough that you can stand on it with both of your feet at the same time. Yes, we are going to get started today standing on the foam roller at the top of the mat. Starting at the top of your mat, bring your roller parallel to the short edge of your mat, and then we're going to bring both feet onto the roller. As always, feel free to have a chair or something nearby if you need to for balance. We're just going to warm up with some squats. So bring your hands behind your head if you can, elbows nice and wide. As you inhale, we're going to bend the knees, send the hips back, come down into a squat. And then as you exhale, press to stand. Inhale, bring it down. And then exhale, press to stand. We're going to go for 8 more here. One more. If you took your feet wider than hips distance, bring them back to about hips distance. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, slowly you're going to swan dive forward. See if you can touch the floor with your fingertips, and then maybe roll that roller back a little bit, so just the balls of your feet are on the roller. You should feel a really nice stretch through the back of your legs, and then roll that roller back under the arches of your feet. Roll it forward or roll it back so it's under the balls of your feet, and then under the arches of your feet. You can, of course, bring your hands to blocks or anything here if you need to. And take one more. Bring that roller back under the balls of the feet. Bend the knees and slowly start to roll up the length of the spine. This is way harder than it looks. So keep your balance. We're going to take some sun salutations here. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Let your hands find the floor. We're going to roll that roller over so that it comes to the top of the feet, and then send it back behind you. Come down. Let's move it back on my mat. Come down into a chaturanga. Inhale to plank. As you exhale, you're going to pike your hips so that that roller rolls up towards you, roll over the tops of your feet, and then come back to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Listen carefully. As you inhale, we're going to come up into a chair pose. And then exhale to stand. Inhale, come into your squat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant those hands out in front of you. Roll that roller back. Chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, pike the hips. Roll that roller towards you. Roll it over the feet. Walk your hands back if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose or your squat. Exhale, press to stand. We're going to do 3 more here. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll it back. Chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, pike the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, pike. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Lost my roller. Inhale, plank. Exhale, pike. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come into your chair. Exhale. Press to stand. We're going to come back down to the mat. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll yourself out into your chaturanga. Come back up into your plank. And then we're just going to take those pikes. So find where that roller needs to be on your shins. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you'll pike your hips up towards the roof. Your shoulders are over your wrists. And inhale, roll it back out. Cramp in my foot. Exhale, pike. Inhale, roll it out. We've got 8 more. Last one. Roll it back so that that roller comes underneath your feet. Come all the way to standing. Alright, you're going to step off that roller just to collect your weights. But the roller is going to stay in the same position. So we're going to do something really similar, but now we're going to do it with weights. So you're going to take your weights in your hands and we're going to start with our squat. So come back to standing on the roller. Our weights are going to come to our shoulders. As you inhale, you'll send it back into your squat. As you exhale, you're going to stand and press. Weights come out to a V. Palms face forward. As you inhale, weights to shoulders, send it back into your squat. Exhale, palms face forward. Arms come out into like a V. So it's like you're making a little Y into your body. You got 8 more. One more. Beautiful. From here, you're going to bring those weights down in front of you. We're going to take a deadlift. So feet are about hips distance apart. As you inhale, send your hips back behind you. So imagine that someone is taking your hip creases to the back of the room. Weights stay close to the body as they come down towards the floor. And then exhale, squeeze your hips back underneath you. So the hips initiate the movement. Inhale, hips go to the back of the room. The weights are sliding down the front of my legs. My spine is pretty neutral. And then exhale, I squeeze my butt to pull my hips back under me. And we've got 8 more here. One more. From here, those weights are going to find the floor. We're going to set them off to the side of the mat unless it's more comfortable for you to have them underneath your hands. And we're going to roll back into our chaturanga. We're going to come up into our plank. Exhale into our chaturanga. Inhale into our plank. We've got 8 more here. From here, you're going to pike those hips, roll that roller back underneath you. If you can, you're going to grab your weights on the way, and we're going to come all the way back up into standing. Okay, we're going to add some single leg work into this. So bring those weights, whoopsie, back to your shoulders. Continue to fall off your roller. As you inhale, you're going to come down into a squat. As you exhale, for the first round, we're just going to go right knee to chest. Inhale, bring it back down, squat. Exhale, left knee to chest. One more like that on each side. Nope, I have just found a patch of my floor that is particularly uneven. Okay, you can stay with this, alternating side to side. Otherwise, we're going to inhale down into our squat. As we exhale, knee drive right, weights come up towards the sky. Inhale down into your squat, weights to the shoulders. Exhale, knee drive left. Woo. Weights come up to the sky. Okay, that is hard. I'm sweating bullets. We've got 8 more in total. Might take a while because I keep falling off my roller. One more. Beautiful. Okay, we will come into a single leg deadlift next round. This round, we're going to add a reverse fly to our deadlift. So this time your palms will face each other at the bottom. So send your hips back, chest forward, palms face each other. As you exhale, make a capital T with your arms, chest is nice and low. Inhale, slow, control it down. And then exhale, come to stand. Inhale, hinge it forward, hips back. Exhale, capital T. Slow, control that movement down. And then come all the way to stand. So don't just let your arms flop back down. Resist gravity. Lower. T. Slow down. Exhale, pull to stand. We've got 7 more here. Last one here. Four. And then we're going to come all the way down again. Once again, unless you want to keep those weights underneath your hands, you're going to set them off to the sides of your mat. And we're going to roll it back into a chaturanga. This time we're going to add the pike to our chaturanga. So we've got 1 chaturanga. Bring it up, 1 pike. Roll it out, chaturanga. Roll it in, pike. We've got 8 more. One more. Roll that roller all the way underneath you. Come to stand. I'm just fixing my mat because it's all bunched up. Grab the weights on the way if you can. And we're coming all the way back up to stand. Okie dokie. We are going to try for a stagger or a single leg squat. So we're not going to add the arms to start with. So your arms can be down by the side or they can be at your shoulders, wherever you like. You're going to come up onto the ball of the right foot to start with. As you inhale, you're going to come down into a squat. Most of your weight is on your left foot. And then as you exhale, you'll press to stand. Inhale, you'll come down. Exhale, you press to stand. So our first option for a layer would be inhale down as you are. Exhale as you press to stand. That right knee comes back into the chest. Inhale down. Exhale that right knee into the chest. So most of our weight's still on our left foot. Yes, our left foot. Option 2 to layer on would be inhale down. That right ball of the foot is on the roller. As you exhale, right knee to chest. And we press the weights. Ball of the foot rests on the roller. Inhale it down. As you exhale, right knee to chest. And we press the weights. Our last option, which I do not know if I can do, would be your right leg hovers. So maybe it comes back behind you, almost like a floating lunge. You'll inhale down into a single leg squat. Woo, here we go. And then as you exhale, You come to stand, right knee to chest, maybe those weights press. Holy heck. Wherever you are, we're gonna go for just 6 more. Okay, I'm gonna go toes on the wall today. One more. Beautiful. Okay. Whew. We're going to give those arms a little bit of a break. I've been doing a lot of overhead pressing this week and my arms are tired. But we're going to stay on that left leg. We're going to bring this into an alternating bicep curl. So stand on your left leg, bring your right knee to chest, palms face the front of the room. As you exhale, curl the right weight. Inhale, let it down. Exhale, curl the left weight. Inhale, let it down. We're just doing 8 more in total. Brief pause to switch to the other side, left knee to chest. We're going to do 10 more curls in total. Beautiful. Okay, we're coming into those squats on the second side. So we'll go through all the same options. There's like a bee who's very attracted to my sweat right now. Okie doke. You're going to come up onto the ball of the left foot. Most of your weight is in your right foot. Weights come to the shoulder. So first option, we inhale down just into the squat. This side's so much harder. And then exhale, press to stand. Feels like this leg is like not even my own. Inhale, come down into your squat. Exhale, press to stand. Our second option coming in. As you inhale, same on the way down. Exhale, press to stand. That left knee comes up and towards the chest. Inhale, we come down. Exhale, press to stand, left knee to chest. Third option coming in. Inhale down. Exhale, we press to stand, knee to chest. Weights come up with us. Inhale, we bring it down. Exhale, knee drive with the weights, raising to the sky. Final option would be, I don't even know if I can do it on this side, that left leg floating into your single leg squat. And then exhale with or without the hands at the top. You take it wherever you want to take it. We've got 6 more wherever you are. One more. Beautiful. We're coming back into those bicep curls. We'll start standing on the right leg, left knee to chest, palms face forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, curl right. Inhale down. Exhale left. Inhale down. 8 more in total. Bugs crawling on me. switch it to the left leg. Keep those curls going for 10 more. Set it down. I'm going to give those feet a little bit of a break before we come into our single leg deadlifts. So weights will find the floor, and we're going to roll it back into our plank pose. From here, the tops of your feet are going to come to the roller. You could have weights under your hands if you wanted to for this. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to reach the right arm forward, and then inhale it back down. Exhale, reach the left arm forward. Inhale it back down. Exhale, reach right arm. Keep the hips steady. Keep the roller still. Exhale, reach left arm. Inhale it down. You could stay right here. Otherwise, as you exhale the right arm, the left leg reaches. Inhale it down. Exhale, as you reach the left arm, the right leg reaches. Inhale it down. We're going for 8 more in total. Walk that roller back in towards you, or just hop off and come to stand back at the top of the mat. Easier option. We're going to come into those single leg deadlifts. I'm notoriously bad at keeping time, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Okie dokes. So, weights are optional here, as always. We're going to start with our left leg, or you can start with your right, it doesn't really matter. Find the roller under the the arch of whatever foot you're standing on. My right foot is starting to float behind me. Take an inhale. As you exhale, think about coming into warrior 3. Send your hips a little bit back behind you. Teeter-totter your chest forward as your right leg floats up. And then as you exhale, we're going to come all the way to standing. Options, right foot finds the roller, or it draws up into the chest. Your right knee will draw in towards the chest on your foot. As you inhale, you'll hinge it forward, warrior 3. And then as you exhale, you'll come up, right knee to chest. Now, if you wanted to add a row here at the bottom, you could certainly do that. I don't know if I'm there today. Nope, I'm not there today. And that's okay. But if you wanted to add a row at the bottom, you go ahead and you do that. Wherever you are, we got 7 more. We've got one more. Beautiful. Bring it through center, step both feet down. We're going to do a little bit of an arm series to transition us to the other side. We're going to make an L. So our palms are going to be facing down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, your left arm is going to raise out to the side as your right arm raises forward. So you're making a letter L. And then inhale it down. We're going to switch. Exhale. Left arm forward, right arm to the side. Inhale it down. Woo! We are going to try for 10 more. Last one. Sorry, there are like flying things attacking me and it is very distracting. Ooh. I'm not losing my temper. I am not having an adult tantrum. It is fine. We are standing on the right leg and we are going to come into our deadlifts on the second side. You might see me have an adult tantrum on this side because this side is annoying as shit. Okay, put that left leg back behind you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to hinge it forward into our warrior three. And then exhale as we come back up. That left foot either finds the roller or the knee draws in towards the chest. Inhale, bring it down. And then exhale, bring it up. Oh, this side is just so hard for me. You've got 8 more. Wherever you are, remember, if you want to add that row in, you can certainly go for it. One more. Look at that, no adult tantrum. We're going to come put both feet back on the roller. We're going to take one more set of those L's. For some reason it's so much harder to balance on 2 feet than one. Okay, we're going to start with the right arm coming out to the side and the left arm forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come up into your L. Inhale, slow, control it down. Exhale, switch. Inhale it down. Try for 10 more. Last one. Beautiful. All right. We're going to do one last little thing standing. And then we're going to come down to the floor. Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to take some lunges. So for this, the roller is going to be behind you. Top of your right foot is going to come to the roller, left foot is going to plant. The roller is going to move. You want to think when you come down that your front shin is perpendicular to the floor, the knee will end up above the ankle. So as you inhale, you're going to hinge forward slightly at the hips and let that roller roll up your shin as you come down into a lunge, and then exhale, press to stand. Inhale, send it back. You're nice and light on the roller. Exhale, bring it forward. We're going to add a hammer curl at the bottom. So inhale, curl those arms. Exhale to stand. Inhale, curl. Exhale to stand. You could stay like this, otherwise you inhale, curl, keep the weights there. As you exhale, press to stand. As you inhale, you'll come down, the weights come down, and then as you exhale, this time it'll be a curl and a press as one fluid movement. So you take your options. We've got 8 more. Be our last one like this. We're going to keep the same leg. This time the roller is not going to move, so send it a little bit back behind you. You're going to have the ball of your foot to the roller, so your toes are tucked on the roller. This time you want to try and keep the roller still. Weights down by your side. Take an inhale. It'll be a little hinge forward. Tap the knee to the floor, and then exhale, press to stand. Inhale, little hinge forward. Exhale, press to stand. If you want to make this more quad, you'll bring the weights to the shoulders, stay upright. Inhale like you're sliding down a wall, and then exhale, press to stand. That's going to shift it more into the back leg. Inhale, it'll slide down a wall. Exhale, press to stand. So forward and weights low. We're loading our front leg more into the glute and into the hamstring. More upright, weights on the shoulders. We're loading more into that back leg, into the quad. You could alternate between the two. That's what I'm going to do. Wherever you are, we're going for 6 more. Sorry, 8 more. Last one. Beautiful. Nothing fancy. We're just going to come straight over to the other side. So now the top of our right foot is going to come, top of our left foot is going to come to the roller. So our first round, the roller will move. Ground down through your right foot. As you inhale, hinge those hips forward. Let that roller roll back behind you. And then exhale, press to stand. So we're really light on this left foot. Inhale, roller rolls back. Exhale, press to stand. We'll come in with that hammer curl. So curl as you come down. Release it as you stand. Curl as you come down. Release it as you stand. If you want to add on that shoulder press, this first one you'll curl as you come down. Keep it there. Exhale, press to stand. Then as you inhale, the weights will come down to frame the foot, and now it becomes a fluid movement with that curl and press. You've got 6 more. Last one like this. Okay. Whew. Left toes are going to tuck on that roller behind you. This time we're trying to keep the roller nice and still. So, ground down through that right foot. Tuck your toes behind you on the left. Take an inhale. Bend the knee, come down. And then exhale, press to stand. Hinging forward, inhale, weights frame that front foot. Keep the roller still. Exhale, press to stand. Remember, if you wanted to make this more of a quads exercise, those weights come to the shoulders. You inhale, bring it down, tap the knee. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, bring it down, tap the knee. Exhale, press to stand. Glutes, we're forward. Quads, we're upright. I'm going to keep alternating between the two. You do you. We've got 8 more wherever you are. Beautiful. Standing work is over. Okay, we're going to change the orientation of that roller. We're going to bring it parallel with the long end of the mat. If you've done my classes before, you have done these. So we're going to bring our left shin to the roller. Easier option, toes tuck on the mat behind you. Harder option, the whole of your left foot is up on that roller. Hands are going to be out in front of you. I'm going to bring a weight underneath my left hand just because, underneath my right hand, just because I have short little arms and I like to bring the floor towards me. We're going to take a weight into our left hand. We're going to start with just the leg. So take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to float that right leg up behind us and then inhale it down. Exhale, float that right leg up behind us. Inhale it down. So we did flies earlier. We're going to come back into that fly. So start by separating the movements. You'll float the leg, take an inhale. On your next exhale, you'll make that capital T with your left hand. Inhale it down. Set the right foot down. Float the float the right leg. Capital T with the left arm. Lower the arm. Lower the leg. If you're feeling good, they move at the same time. So it'll be an exhale to lift the arm and the leg. Inhale to bring it down. Exhale to lift the arm and the leg. Inhale to bring it down. We're going to go for 8 more here. One more. I'm going to switch to a slightly lighter weight. This time we're going to reach forward. So take an inhale. As you exhale, right leg extends long, left arm reaches forward. And then inhale, tap it down. My palm is facing down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, tap it down. You could stay here. Otherwise, as you exhale, you'll reach. And then as you inhale, instead of tapping down, you'll curl left elbow and right knee towards each other. And then extend it back long in front of you. Curl it underneath you. And then extend it long. Whatever option you're taking, we're going for 8 more. and then set it down. We're going to change it over to the other side. So right shin comes on the roller. Tuck or untuck your toes, you do you. Either one weight under both hands if you've got stumpy little arms like me, or just a weight underneath the right hand. We'll start with the leg. Take an exhale, float the left leg up long. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, float it up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, float the leg. Inhale. As you exhale, you'll float the right arm. Inhale it down. Set the foot down. Lift the leg. Lift the arm. Lower the arm. Lower the leg. If you're feeling good, it's an exhale to lift the arm and the leg at the same time. Inhale it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale it down. Wherever you are, you've got 8 more. Last one. Once again, I'm switching to my lighter weight here. Palm will face down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, float right arm forward, left leg back. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, float. Inhale, tap down. Option to stay, otherwise you'll float it up, and instead of tapping down, you'll crunch knee to elbow underneath the body, and then reach it back forward. I like to exhale as I crunch and inhale as I reach. 8 more. Beautiful. Set it down. Okay, roller stays where it is, but we're coming onto our backs. So, set yourself up so that your tail is at one end of the roller and your head is supported at the other end. Make sure that your weights are close to you. Okay. Alright, we're going to get the hard one out of the way to start with. So, roll down onto your back. So, our first option would be both of your feet stay down. Your right hand extends up towards the sky with a weight in it. No weight in your left hand. Take an inhale. You're going to take easier option. Palm would face towards your feet. As you inhale, your elbow bends wide into a chest press. And then as you exhale, you come up. Inhale, bend down. Exhale, come up. That will be your easiest option. Second hardest option will be a fly. So your palm faces the midline. Arm goes long out to the side like you're making a T or giving someone a hug. And then exhale, pull it back to center. Try and keep the feet even on the floor and the roller still. Inhale, long. Exhale, center. Your level up from this, either with the chest press or the chest fly, is your left leg floats to tabletop. As you inhale, take your arm movement, try and keep your spine on the roller, and then exhale back to center. Inhale, float it out. Exhale, pull it back in. So if you're arching way away from the roller, come back to an easier version of this or take a smaller range of movement. We've got 7 more. Last one. You're going to set your left foot down on the floor. Reach your right arm up overhead. We're coming into a bent knee roll up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to tuck and roll the spine. The further back towards your ear that arm stays, the harder this will be. You're going to roll yourself all the way up. The weight's going to try to pull you to the right. You're going to give me one shoulder press. And then you're going to roll it back down. You do 10 more of these. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll it all the way up. Inhale, bend the elbow wide. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, roll yourself all the way down. You got 8 more. Last one. We're going to come down and we're going to transition over to the other side. So weight comes into the left hand. Same options as before, starting with both legs on the floor. You could either come into your chest press. You could come into your chest fly with both feet on the floor. I think it's kind of harder with both feet staying on the floor. Or you can float the right leg up into tabletop. Same options, chest fly or chest press. We're going for 10, so you've got 9 more. Last one. Set that right foot down. Bring that left arm back by the ear. Last bit of hard work. Take an inhale. As you exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Or not. Inhale, bend the elbow wide. Exhale, one shoulder press. Inhale, roll it down. 9 more here. Last one. And roll it all the way down. Set that weight out to the side. Let your arms come into a cactus position. As you inhale, you'll reach them up towards the top corners of the mat. And then as you exhale, pull those elbows down and towards the ribs like you're making a W shape. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull them back in. And just 2 more like this. From here, we're going to roll ourselves all the way up. We're going to do a little extension move just because we didn't do much extension today. So, roller is parallel to the short edge of your mat. You're going to come down onto your belly. You can either go palms down. I like to go palms facing each other. Arms are about shoulder distance apart, and just above my wrists is on the roller. Bring your head down towards the mat. I'm pushing my microphone. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to start to pull that roller towards you with your hands, and then start to roll up the length of the spine, almost like you're coming into a high cobra or a seal pose. And then as you inhale, let that roller roll away from you. As you exhale, first think about pulling your shoulder blades gently down your back body, and then start to peel the front of your body off the mat. And then inhale, slowly roll it back down. We're going to take 4 more here. This will be our last one. Roll it all the way down. You're going to bring yourself up into a child's pose. And we're just going to use that roller as a little bit of extra leverage. So if you can, bring your elbows onto the roller, make prayer hands. And then send your hips back towards your heels. My hat is going everywhere. Let your head fall between your arms. You might have to readjust yourself a little bit here. And then let your thumbs come towards the back of your neck. So you're kind of in this little shark thing sort of position. The foam roller is just giving us a little bit of height so that our head can fall through and we can get a nice stretch through the back of the chest. This is where I'm going to leave us today. If there are any other stretches, movements, or positions you wish to take, please feel free to take them. Otherwise, thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.